Hi guys, Mrs. Hedrick here. I'm actually behind the camera right now. We're going to try something different today. We're going to be working on, this is Math 8. I'm in Lesson 18. Today we're going to be doing the guided practice. This is page 164. Today's date is 4/15. Let's see, you should have already checked last night's math homework with the teacher's edition that I posted in Google Classroom. Okay, so we're going to try this. I'm going to do these. I don't want to try to draw these on my dry erase board, so let's give this a go. Okay, so what I would let's read it together, make sure we understand, and then I want you to pause it and I want you to answer these questions, and then you can turn it back on and see if you agree. Okay, all right, here we go. I'm on guided practice, page 164. Please have a pencil in your hand. JJ, make sure you have a pencil. Okay. Talk through these problems as a class. I'm sorry. Then write your answer below. Okay, number 12, explain. Tell whether the blue figure appears to be a reflection of the red figure. Okay, explain why or why not. Okay, so if you need to go to your notes, what is a reflection? Reflection has an FL in it, right? FL. So that's a flip. So I try to think of it like pancakes. So if I put a spatula under the red one and I flip it over that line, is that the shape I'm going to get? If I put the spatula under the red and I can't do it, let's see, if I flip it over, is that the shape I'm going to get? If I put a spatula under the red shape and I flip it over, is that the shape that I'm going to get? Okay, so let's go ahead and pause me right now and write your answers in. Tell whether it's a reflection, why or why not. Okay, so what do you think? If I put my spatula under the red and flip it over, is it a reflection? No. Can you see my pencil? Oh, yay, look at that. It's not a reflection. How do I know that? Okay, well, if I flip this over the line, these long sides should be here, right? It should look something like this. Short side up here, right? Long sides here. So this is not drawn correctly. So this is not a reflection. Okay, how about this one? Put your spatula under the red and flip it over. Is that a reflection? Yes. Okay, how do I know that's a reflection? I could say something about being a mirror image, right? Another way to double check is the distance from the top of this V to the, what would that be? The x-axis is the same distance here, right? This distance is the same as that distance. The other thing too, guys, remember when you were little and you learned lines of symmetry? If I fold on that line, these should lay exactly on top of each other. These didn't, but these do. Okay. All right, let's go to our last one. Put the spatula under the red piece and flip it over. Is this a reflection? No. This is not a reflection. So now we've got some different ways to describe how. We could say this is not a line of symmetry, right? This should be a reflected image. Do you know what move this is? What did they do here? What did they do? It looks like they put their finger on it and slid it over. What's a slide? Translation. Not a reflection. Okay. All right, now I'm going to slide my paper up. Okay. Let's take a look at 13. Okay. Draw. Imagine spinning this flag, so it looks like a little flag here, kind of like a little golf, like at a golf course. Okay. Imagine spinning this flag clockwise around in a circle about the origin. That means I'm rotating this, and my point of rotation is the origin, okay, on this coordinate plane. So they want me to put my finger here and rotate this little flag. Draw a 90-degree rotation, clockwise, right? So the clock goes this way, right? The hands on a clock go this way. So I'm going to rotate this 90 degrees, and then I'm going to rotate it 180 degrees, and then I'm going to rotate it 270 degrees. Use a different color for each rotation. All right, I'll do my best. I've got some pins here. Okay, now this is where tracing paper would be fabulous, okay? And I'm a math teacher and I don't have tracing paper. So I found this little notebook and it's got this thin, kind of cheap paper. Now, it's hard for you to see, but I can see through it a little bit. Now, let's try this. You know what this is? Wax paper. Go get into your mom's or dad's kitchen supplies and see if you can find wax paper. Look, I can see right through it. This one is parchment paper. I use this when I bake. So I think I'm going to stick with the parchment paper just because it's not as obviously not as waxy as wax paper. And this is going to be easier for me to trace. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take a pen. Don't tell on me. I'm going to draw the axes on here. Well, maybe. Did it come out? Maybe my pencil's better. Oh yeah, pencil's much better. Okay. Now I'm going to draw my little flag. I've got a Sharpie here. Let's try my Sharpie. So here's my flag, right? Here, 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 here. Okay. Now, this is the fun part. This is why I like the tracing paper thing. Okay. I'm going to, it says I'm going to rotate it clockwise about the origin. So I'm going to take my pencil. I feel like I'm making the start. Okay, I'm going to put my pencil here, and I'm going to rotate it clockwise 90 degrees. So I'm going to do that. Ding, ding, ding. There it is. I have a winner. Okay, so I'm going to try and figure out where these points are. So there's one out here at 0.5. I can see one here. That point is still there. And then this one looks like, what is that? 4, -2. Okay, and then it wanted me to use, oh here, there's one right here, 3, 0. Okay, so I'm going to move this for a second. And they want me to do this in a color. So what do I have here? How about purple? You guys know I love my purple pens. Okay, now let's label it. So your book used, they called this, this would be B, correct? This one here would be B. They used a little subscript 90 because it was 90 degrees. And this one is up here, so this is A, 90. And the point of the pennant, the little flag, is C, 90. Okay, now I'm going to go back. I'm going to put it back. Actually, I could go back to the original. Let's go back to the original. And now they want me to rotate it 180 degrees. Okay, so I'm going to put my pencil on here on at the origin, right? Here we go. 90. Oops. And now 180. Okay, there it is. I have a winner. Okay, so I'm going to copy my points. So I have a point at -3, 0. I have a point at -5, 0. And then, where's this? Oh, wait, I'm a little crooked. That's why I drew my axes. You see how I did that? This is -2, -4. -2, -4. Okay, so what other color do I have? I got a green. Will this work? Let's see how this one works. Oh yeah, it's pretty good. Can you see it? Okay, now let's start with the obvious one. This is C, right? So this is C. How many did I go? I did 180. So this is C 180. The one at the tip top is A 180. And this one here is B 180. Okay, almost done. Okay. All right, now last move, I'm going to rotate clockwise around the origin 270 degrees. All right, here we go. So this is 90. This is 180. So I'm scooching over a little bit. 90 plus 1, or excuse me, 180 plus 90. This would be 270. Okay, so let's put my points. I have one at -3, 0 and -5, 0. It's harder to do. Here and here. Okay, and then the point of my pennant is at -4, 2. So I'm going to pull it off. -4, 2. Okay, I need one more color. How about I do this one in black? Okay, now let's label this. All right, I know this is C, so this is going to be C 270. And this one is B, so this is going to be B 270. And that means this one must be at the top. This one's A 270. Okay, it's kind of fun. Look, a cute little design here. Okay. All right, now I'm going back to my pencil. Everybody grab your pencil. Okay. Refer back to the rotated flag in problem 13. Okay, what is always true about segment OA? This is O. So O to A, O to A, O to A, O to A. What do we know about it? And what's true about O to B? O to B, O to B, O to B, O to B. All right, remember we talked about this right at the beginning when we were taking our notes. They want us to know that these don't change size. So we're going to say, we can say that their lengths stay the same. Oops. Okay, they didn't ask us about any of the angles, but any of the angles in these triangles stay the same as well. So their lengths stay the same, the triangles, the angles, and the triangles stay the same. Okay, we ready? Let's go to 165. Okay, I really like this one. This one's kind of fun. Okay. Okay, so number 15 says, use what you've learned to complete this task. All right, Alan created each design by moving the same triangle in different ways and tracing it after each move. So I could bust out my tracing paper here and trace this and figure out what he did each time, okay? However, I think I can figure it out. So think about our 3 moves. We can translate, which is a slide. Did he slide any of these? We can translate, we can reflect. So imagine the spatula, take it on the first shape. Did he flip any of these, a reflection? Or did he rotate any of these? So, like, is this a point of rotation? Did he rotate it around? All right, so you go ahead and fill these in. Let's see what you came up with. Okay, so if I look at Roman numeral 1, I notice that this is not a translation, right? He didn't just slide this. What I do know is that this looks like a line of symmetry. Do you see that? If I come through here, this is a flip. And then do it again, line of reflection. He flipped it again. So, Roman numeral 1, these are all reflections. Okay? All right, what happened on Roman numeral B? Or 2. That's not a B, it's a 2. Okay, what did we do here? Not reflections. Look at this. This one's easy. Right, slide. These are translations. So let's say you're taking the quiz and you wrote flip and slide here. I'd probably still give you credit, but you gotta be careful because we wanna, I'm sending you to high school, so you have to make sure you're using the correct words. Okay. Okay, so this is where I'm gonna take pity on your souls and not force you to do part B, not all of it. Let's just do this one. You are certainly welcome to continue them all, but they're rather time consuming, and this one isn't too bad, okay? So let's just do one of these. So what they want you to do is draw the figure that results from mapping each vertex in the figure shown as described. What transformations does each mapping represent? Okay, so here's what they want you to do. Can you see it? Maybe I can make it a little bigger. Oh, look at me go. Okay. Each one of these has a set of coordinates, right? An X and a Y, right? X and a Y. So this is 2, 3, 4, 3, 6, 2, 6, 1, 4, 1. What they want you to do is take these X, Y's and do this to them. So they want you to make this X, negative Y, X, negative Y, X, negative Y, X, negative Y, X, negative Y. Okay, that one's not too bad. Actually, this one's not too bad either. The number 3, you could do number 3. They want you to make them both negative. So instead of being 2, 3, it's negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 3, negative 6, negative 2. It's this one that's a little time consuming. So they want you to take X and subtract 6. So what's 2 minus 6? Negative 4. And then they want you to add 1 to Y. 3 plus 1 is 4. So this can take some time to redo each set. So let's go easy on ourselves and just do number 1. Okay. This is not on your quiz. Okay. But it's good practice. All right, let's do it. So I'm going to take my X and Y. I'm going to keep the X and make the Y negative. And let's plot these new points. Are you ready? So this is 2, 3. So now it's going to be 2, negative 3. So over 2, down 3. 1, 2, 3. So this is 2, negative 3. Okay? Now let's do this one. This is 4, 3. So now it's going to be 4, negative 3. 4, negative 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay? This point is 6, 2. Now it's going to be it's going to be 6, negative 2 over 6 down 1, 2, right here. So this is 6, negative 2. Okay, now this one is, oh, I probably put my, here, let me move these. See, this is why we use a pencil. I'm going to put them down here. So this was 4, negative 3, oops, and this one was 2, negative 3. Okay, I think I have a little more room now. Okay, let's do this one. This is 6, 1, so now it's going to be 6, negative 1. So go over 6, negative 1. So 6, negative 1. Let's go over here. This is 4, 1, so now it's going to be 4, negative 1. So 4, negative 1. All right, and that's it. Okay, so I'm going to take my little ruler and I'm going to connect these. If you don't have a ruler, use something you can draw a straight edge with. Side of a notebook. Let's go here. Okay, so now what they want me to just describe is, what transformation is that? What did I do to this original shape? Did I translate it? Did I slide it? Did I reflect it? Did I flip it? Or did I rotate it? Did I turn it? How would you describe that? What do you think that is? This is a reflection. Right? If I put my spatula under this top piece and flipped it over, that's a reflection. The other thing I noticed is that these are the same distance, right? This is 1 away from the x-axis. This is 1 away. This shape is 1, 2, 3 away from the x-axis. This is 1, 2, 3 units away from the x-axis, okay? All right, so not too bad. All right, my friends, let's look at your plans. You don't have any homework tonight. You took care of your homework. There's no more homework to do for this lesson. So on, let's see, tomorrow, so on Thursday, you will take the lesson 18 quiz. You guys get to go first. I have not figured out quite how I'm going to do that, but I'm going to try. Okay, so all right, guys, have a good one. I'll see you later.